Hey, and welcome back to another Tech Byte Tuesday. Today we're going to take a look at how to make Google Slides look a whole lot better and do it in a way that's very, very easy. So we've probably all used Google Slides a ton this year. It's a great way to interact and display materials for students, but sometimes they either don't look fantastic, they look a little boring. So even with some of the themes that are kind of built right into Google Slides, even some of the other templates, they still don't look, great. And you know what? You could probably make it a whole lot better if you had more time, but that's something that none of us have a whole lot of right now. So, you could take something that looks like this and you could make it a whole lot better in exactly the same amount of time. So there's a couple free websites out there that have free templates for you to download that work right with Google Slides. So the first one, the one that I actually use the most often, is Slidesmania. Slidesmania is basically just a repository of nothing but really cool and sorted out Google Slides. So you can see we went from a blank one, something like that, to something that looks like some of these down here. And it's one of my favorite words, that's button free, because, I'm cheap. So if I was going to come up here and I'm going to take a look at education, maybe I want to say, look at something that looks kind of like an interactive template. So, here would be something for language learning, or like a video game, or things like that. Here, if you wanted to do sort of a brain break with the kids. So maybe I wanted to do something that is like a notebook, where, let's take a look at this one. So this one almost is set up like a notebook that you could push out to students. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, open it up in Google Slides. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that. So I'm going to use the template. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a quick copy onto my Google Drive, which I can now, this is now my copy. I can edit this all I want to. So maybe I wanted to, call this Reader's Notebook. And each one of these tabs, you can then say and have it linked to a different page here. So, what you can do is you can go through and set this up, and then use Google Classroom or, wherever to kind of push this out to all of your students. Again, I can present this, and I can go back to the main screen, and this is what it would look like. And so the students could then click on each one of these little tabs and have it go to a different page in their notebook. So great if you're going to use kind of guided notes all year. So easy way to do it. You saw how easy that was. Click on it, make a new one. If I wanted to do maybe one that was fun, here's one with like cooking, or one that kind of looks like a news channel. Even ones that are simple and you just want to keep it, nice and neat, but, maybe look a little bit better than the ones that are built right in. You can use any one of these. Now, this is very artistic, but if you like that, then good for you. Another one of the websites I like to go to is called Slides Carnival. Slides Carnival basically does exactly the same thing. You can see there's popular searches, and a lot of times we'll stick with education. Maybe you want them to look a little bit better. So you've got this cute geometry chalkboard guy with the Pac-Man and the eraser. So I could preview this if I wanted to. I could download it. It'll actually ask you to make a copy. And you can see I'm spinning up here, making a copy. And in a second or two, it's going to look really good, and it's going to appear on my computer so that I can edit it. This one actually must be pretty big because it's there we go. And there's my little Pac-Man guy. So what I could do is, remember, anything here, I could go through, and there's my headlines. I could type over and over and over again with my cute little, it's obviously a good little math one, or with the chalkboard, good for schools. The last website I like to go to is a place called Slides Go. Slides Go is a little bit different. It does actually ask you to sign in and use your Google Apps account, but it will limit you to downloading 10 a month, 10 free ones a month. So, but I can click again, I can click on education. I can look at some of the lessons. I can take a look at some of the other, other things. And maybe this is something that you want to take a look at and download, and you like the way that they've already done kind of most of it. And I could download this and I could edit this as I wanted to. So again, it's going to force you to make a copy, so that way you don't bother their primary one. And as it kind of opens up again, this is all just typable font. I could say hello, obviously, and all of these things are editable that you can use. So obviously you can see just within the same amount of time as it would take to make one that's very plain looking, I can make one that looks a whole lot better in exactly the same amount of time, or spend some time on using one that you would use maybe all week, or all year. So anyway, hope that helps, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.